Hey guys, Rachel here from Day Joyce. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I have a Disney video. I'm teaming up with Becky from A Place to Nest. She is a homeschooling mom to 2 and she loves Disney just like I do. So we thought it would be fun to come together to do the Disney tag. She didn't start this, but she said she saw it from a gal named Jessica Braun a few years ago. So we thought it would be fun to do this today. Feel free to hop on this tag and do it yourself if you'd like to. Before I get started, I want to introduce myself in case you are new here and you came over from Becky's channel or just a YouTube search. I am a mom to 4. We do homeschool and schooling, a wife to a chiropractor, and we live in a log home, so you see a lot of wood around here. So thank you so much for stopping by. So I have my phone here with the Disney questions, and they will also be below in case you wanted to read them or do this tag yourself. Alright, got the questions. The first one is a scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience. So that was hard to narrow down, and so I am going to go with the lantern scene from Tangled. That was just so beautiful, lifting up the lanterns and they're all going up. Okay, another scene that I think it would be neat to experience is in The Lion King, in the beginning when it's the song The Circle of Life and he's saying everything the light touches in that part, and also when they're lifting Simba up in the sun on the stone. I can't think of what it's called right now. I like that scene a lot. The next one is an unforgettable experience or a moment that you've had at the parks. So I am going to go with one that we just experienced in January, where I surprised my 10-year-old daughter with a mom and daughter trip for her 10-year-old birthday, and it was amazing. I will leave it above the video, and it's so sweet. She was so amazed that instead of going to the dentist, we were actually going to Disney, and so that is just the most memorable moment that I have. Alright, the next question is, what non-Disney song reminds you or brings you back memories of Disney and or the parks? So this one is really tough because I can't think of necessarily a song that makes me think of Disney unless it's a Disney song. We listen to Disney all the time. On our Alexa, we're like, Alexa, listen to Disney music, and she pops up and we listen to that all day long, especially with my girls. But a song that I'm going to pick, which I know it's the Disney brand now, it hasn't been forever, but is going to be the Star Wars theme, and that just jazzes me up and makes me think of times that we've been in the Disney parks. So that's kind of like a Disney song, but not really to me, because I feel like that's like, you know, all of the Princess, Circle of Life, Frozen, Little Mermaid. Those are the songs and all those types of movies, not necessarily Star Wars. So I'm going to pick that. The next question is, when was the first time you went to a Disney park? And so without being able to ask my mom before I did this tag, I don't really know. I am going to guess that it was around like 1st or 2nd grade when we took a road trip and we went from Arizona to California to Disneyland, and I went with my aunts and my grandma. I don't really remember that trip all that well, except driving in the car, and that my mom, because she was really into that, making matching clothes, which she still is with my girls and stuff. I love that. So I remember there was some kind of outfit. I should ask her if she has a picture, but that was around maybe 1st grade. I don't know, I'm just gonna guess. My first time to Disney World parks was in college, and we had a friend whose uncle lived in Orlando, and we took a girl trip and we went to Orlando, we went to Disney World, and we went to Universal one day, and it was really fun. The next question is, if you could choose a Disney character to be your best friend, who would you choose? Oh man, this one's hard too. Who am I gonna pick? Who's gonna be my best friend? You know who I'm gonna pick? Because she's like a strong woman and she'd probably tell you like it is, because you want to have those kind of friends who are able to speak the truth in love. And so I'm going to pick Pocahontas, because I think that she would be able to do those things and be a good friend. But she is not my favorite Disney princess. The next one is, who is your favorite Disney princess? And that it says princesses, so that's good. I'm going to pick 2. My favorite Disney princess is Belle. I've always loved Beauty and the Beast. It's been one of my favorite movies since I have seen it as a little girl. I just love how the story happens and the kind of redemption that happens in it, from turning to evil to good and all of that. So Belle is going to be my favorite one. And another thing is because I have the brown hair and brown eyes, so I kind of look like Belle. So that's what has always been my favorite princess. And another one I also love is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I've always loved that movie, and I remember that scene as a little girl, watching it in the movie theater, and they're on the boat. Eric's trying to figure out Ariel's name because she can't speak at that point. And so he's saying all these names, and then all of a sudden he says, Rachel? And so I'm like, that's me. Okay, this is gonna be like a sad one, but it says, name a scene or a moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. And so if you've ever experienced a miscarriage or a loss of a child or a baby, then this scene is going to touch your heart too. But it's in Up, when Ellie is going through something, and there's a lot of speculation about exactly what it is, if it's a miscarriage or if it's infertility, but either one is especially hard. And so that is a scene I always cry in every single time. And another thing neat from that is not necessarily to do with the crying part, but my sister named her daughter Ellie after that movie, not because they experienced loss or anything, but because she loved that movie so much. Okay, the next one is, what is the first Disney movie that you remember seeing? So since I am in my 30s, I've seen a lot of the Disney movies, especially in the movie theaters and all that, but I'm gonna think that it's The Little Mermaid. I probably saw other ones like Pinocchio and Cinderella maybe before, but that's the first one that I actually can recall seeing it, and it was probably because we saw it in the movie theater. Okay, the next one is, what is your favorite Disney movie? And I already answered that, A Beauty and the Beast. That is my all-time favorite Disney movie. What is your least favorite Disney movie? Some people might not like this, but it's not like my favorite. We don't even own it or anything, but it's A Princess and a Frog. That's my least favorite. But I loved when we got to meet Tiana at Disney World. The next one is, what is your favorite Disney song? So, like I told you earlier, I listen, and the girls and I listen to Disney songs all the time on Alexa or on Pandora. We're like, listen to Disney music, and it comes up and we just listen to all the songs. And sometimes the kids think it's so funny that I know a lot that we'll do a quiz, and they'll put a song on, and I'll listen to it for 2 seconds and I'll know what it is. That's a really fun game we like to play. But my all-time favorite is When You Wish Upon a Star from the movie Pinocchio. I even added that to my little surprise video that I made my daughter, and that causes you to not be able to monetize it or anything, but it doesn't matter because the song fit that surprise perfectly, and I just love listening to that song. It makes me get all of the Disney happiness, and it helps me to remember about the happiest place on earth, which is Disney. Okay, the next question is, what Disney character or characters has your personality or has your dream personality? I mean, I guess I'm gonna just choose Belle, because she is a go-getter and she's gonna do what she wants to do. And if someone is hurt, like her father was in jail, she took the place. I want to be like that. If my kids are in trouble, I want to be able to, help them. I want to do what is right. So I feel like she encompasses all of those personality traits. So just for fun, I went and looked up some of Belle's personality traits, and yes, I want to be like her. She is outspoken, unconventional, selfless, compassionate. She is slightly condescending. She is slightly conceited. I can be like that sometimes, I think. She's stern, and she's curious. So those are pretty good personality traits. Okay, and just for fun, I went and did a personality Disney quiz, and I will leave the link below in case you want to check it out. But now that I'm reading this, I think I might be more like this character. So I which Disney personality character are you after taking this quiz? It says you are Mulan. It says, despite your anxiety, you are loyal to those who you love. You are type 6 in the Enneagram personality types. And yes, I am a 6. And it says, actions motivated by her fierce love of family, strong sense of loyalty to those she loves, can be impulsive even when deciding huge life changes. A mix of femininity and being one with the guys. When rash decisions lead to anxiety, she depends on the support of her family and friends to get through it, and has more courage and bravery than she thinks. So yeah, I guess I'm like Mulan now. I'm going to identify with Mulan. My next question is, who is your favorite Disney villain? So I'm going to pick a non-animated movie for my favorite villain, and I'm going to pick the 3 sisters from Hocus Pocus. They are funny, and I've always watched that movie every Halloween time, and so the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, they're going to be my favorite villains. If we're going to pick a cartoon for my favorite villain, it's going to be Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I do not like Scar from The Lion King. No. Okay. Getting sunny now. The next question is, if I could change any scene in any movie, what would it be? So this one, I'm gonna just have to say it because I wasn't that impressed with the movie anyways in comparison to the first one, but it was the Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet or whatever. The reason I would want to change some of the scenes would be that there's one part when he's coming in to the internet and there's all this stuff going on, social media and stuff, and then there's a part and it says lingerie. I just didn't think it was needed. And then I also thought in the movie there were a lot of innuendos of the dark web, and that is a scary place, and I don't even think it's a good topic to just to be around. And it's very yuck and disgusting, and even on YouTube there's kind of some things that can happen with the dark web type of things, but so I just didn't like those scenes and those ideas, and so I want to remove them. And the last question is, if you had to get stuck on any ride at Disney Park for more than 30 minutes, what would you want it to be? So the one that I am going to pick is at Epcot, and I believe it's called Soarin', and I talked about this before in my assumptions/Q&A video of why I like that ride. So as long as the ride gets to keep going for 30 minutes and you're not just stuck in a position, which even if I was, that would be fun. If it's bad weather or whatever, it's indoors, so that's good. That Soarin' is in Epcot, if it's called Soarin' there. It might be called Soarin' at Adventure Disneyland, which I had been to that one. I can't remember what it's called in Epcot, but if I'm going to pick one to get stuck on, I'm going to pick that. So this was the Disney tag. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my answers. If you'd like to do this, then go ahead and let's see, answer one of these questions down below. I'd love to hear your answers. Be sure to go check out Becky's channel, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with all the videos. I do homeschooling videos, I do Disney videos, just motherhood videos, grocery hauls, all those type of things. And if you like Disney, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I did want to take an opportunity to tell you guys that I am on my way of becoming a Disney specialist in travel, and so I am going to be able to help book trips, Disney trips, and all kinds of trips, Universal, to the beach, to Paris. If you'd like me to help you out, I would love to do that with you. I will leave the link information below, and I'm still working on my website depending on when you watch this video, but I will leave my new website that is coming up down below, and I hope that you have a magical day. Bye guys.